what's up? We're doing a big ass battle report. We're doing 3,000 points aside. This is Kane.
Hey guys.
I'm Crabblesworth. The other two guys aren't on camera because we can't fit them in the frame. So we also got London over there.
Hi!
And Thanos over there.
What's up?
They're going to be playing respectively Guard and Chaos. Kane is playing Eldar. I'm playing Count as Deathwatch with Raptors rules. So yeah, 1,500 points aside, it's going to be Imperial Guard and Eldar versus Chaos and me, Deathwatch.
Raptors. Yeah. Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever. So we're going to go talk about our armies and terrain and shit, and we'll be back.
Hey guys, Kane here. This is the Eldar army I'm running, 1,500 points. Purely fluff, and I'm testing out stuff that I haven't used since fucking 5th edition, so hooray. So 2 separate bike squads there, each with warlocks, singing spears on them. Both of them got Eldar power, so 2+ Jink if I get it off. 3 wave serpents, no hollow fields on any of them, just the scatter laser upgrade. In 2 of them are Dire Avenger 5-man min teams, because they're cheap and hey, fire base. The other one, Fire Dragon team, because I figured if I'm running Fugan, I might as well have some Fire Dragons on the table. It doesn't make sense not to. So Warlord is obviously Fugan, tested him out for fun. He's got a 5 Warlock bodyguard with 2 Unsanctic powers, didn't get the really disgusting ones, so no Novas coming out everywhere and no Gate of Infinity. But hey, if they go into combat, Hammer Hands, Strength 7 on Fugan, could be fun. 6-man Hawk team, Sun Rifle, hit and run on the Exarch, and Fugan and his posse will be riding around in a Falcon, because, you know, they're so great. Upgrades on it is just the scatter laser. So, Warlord trait, I'm going with just the standard on Fugan, so split fire on him, if I feel like it. I mean, the unit does have Destructor, so on the odd chance I flame something and melt to something else. Other than that, that's pretty much the list.
Okay, so this is Crabblesworth's Count as Deathwatch Raptors army. Let's start with my leader, Lias Isadon. He's a badass. He's got that cool warlord trait that lets me do him plus 3 guys infiltrating. He's with an honor guard squad with 3 axes, a sword, and the champion's got a fist, and they also got a banner. This guy here. In a Land Raider. Land Raider's just normal. Then I got 2 squads here and here of Legion of the Damned, plasma gun, plasma cannon, power fist on Sergeant, because I'm cute. 2 squads, attack marines with plasma gun. Indicator back here, and I got 5 scouts in a storm, and that is my list.
So this is 1,500 points of Imperial Guard for Lieutenants. Starting from the front, we have Commissar Yark. I've decided to swap out his Warlord trait for Conqueror of Cities. That's a house rule we have. Then there are 2 Primaris Psychers. They took all telepathy, but they didn't get invisibility or anything good. I think one of them has hallucinates. Across here, we have 4 vet squads. So we've got triple plasma and shotguns in a Chimera, double plasma because I ran out of points in a Chimera, and I only don't have enough shotgun models. Triple melt-a-gun in a Chimera, and I realized there's a melt-a-gun missing there, so I have to go grab that. And vet squad on foot with just a las cannon. We have 2 sentinel squads with 2 sentinels with auto cannons, 3 sentinels with multi-lasers. They'll most likely be outflanking. Lehman Russ Exterminator because I like tanks, even though I know they suck, and it's got no upgrades or anything special. This Medusa is actually a Basilisk because Medusas don't exist anymore. And a Manticore.
It's Thanos from the forums. We're playing 1,500 points today. I have a Great Unclean one with the Grimoire, Warpforged Armor, and reroll on the Warp Storm, obviously. We get to choose. Bellacore, 4 Beasts of Nurgle, 2 squads of 10 Plague Bearers with the standards because I'm going to use Malefic on the Great Unclean one. He rolled Possession, Sacrifice, and Cursed Earth, and I've also got 7 Fleshhounds in the army. It's a little random, and then 2 Soul Grinders that are both Slanesh with Baleful Torrent, and that's everything.
Okay, so as adults with consciences and hearts, we talked about terrain because we're decent people. Essentially speaking, most of the terrain cover saves you're going to see are 4+, with the exception of low cover, like the rust, the stone, and the boxy shit. So those are 5+. What they all have in common is they're also something called destructible. Very simple. If a vehicle, walker, or whatever decides to go through them as opposed to over them or whatever, they take their dangerouses and they remove them. If they fail, they get immobilized. Most stuff is ruins. We play ruins more or less the 6-sided way. We don't do any melting through walls. You can only fit where you can fit. Climbing is difficult. The reason we're doing 6 set is so you can actually like get assaults off between different floors. Also, you can hide under floors for barrage. So if some guys are under here, for example, they can hide. But basically, that's the idea. Some of the terrain pieces, like this guy over here, are a little more complicated. Had a bit more discussion. So a lot of this is obviously impassable, transitively speaking, but you can climb up. This won't be difficult. You just have to follow that path. You're good. Hopping down, again, that's why we're using 6-set ruin rules, because if you hop down from somewhere high, you're going to hurt yourself. So that's pretty much it, man. In terms of objectives, we got 5 on the go. We got 1 over here. We got 1 a little ways over there. We got 1 down over here behind the church. We got 1 more towards the center of the table here right there. And then our last one is right by the refinery. We rolled for deployment, and we ended up with short table edges, so this will be an interesting one. And there's also Night Fight turn 1. Me and Thanos won for deploying first, so we're going to deploy first. Likely go first unless the initiative is stolen, so we'll see you after our deployment.
So to start a deployment, we wanted to go with a sort of charge the opponent's line as quickly as possible approach. We got some scouts. We infiltrated this 5-man squad over here. We've got also, this is an infiltrate or a scout move of whatever the fuck that's called. Storm. And there's another unit somewhere behind here just to cover up our objective. Land Raider to get line of sight on random vehicles right here. Demons and Beasts up to charge on turn 2. And the 2 big guys to go after, well, random tanks and things.
Alright, so suspecting we were going to be the defenders, set up accordingly. Basically, I let him take wherever he wanted for his tanks, because, Eldar tanks don't really care.
Yeah, so for guard, I just... first time I'm getting 2+ cover save from ruins because of Conquer of Cities and Night Fight, so I just tried to take advantage of cover from ruins wherever I could. So Leman Russ covering a Manticore. Basilisk on the other side, since it's got a fairly long minimum range for barrage, so it needs line of sight now.
It also needs to be into facing. Gotta turn it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm glad I got the turret on my Manticore. I'm modeling for advantage.
You fucker.
And I've got my 3 Chimeras here, my 3 Yark on that side with the Plasma, and then I got my 2 lesser squads over here. And because they've got Isodon Fuckface or whatever his name is, they got haywire shots off here, so they managed to shake the Chimera and knock 2 hull points off.
Before the game even starts.
Technically,
So
after
that's-
scouts, but...
So that's deployment and before the game started attacks, so we'll see you
At the
after
end.
turn 1.
It's also worth mentioning.
Which is our
Oh,
turn
yeah.
1, because apparently both of our commanders said fuck you and rolled double 6s for stealing the initiative.
Steal the initiative.
We only needed 1,
He got the 6, and then I rolled it just for fun, and I also got a 6.
so we're really going first.
It was
So,
predestined for us
We'll
to
see you at the end of Legion of Eldar and Guard turn 1.
Alright, so we're here at the end of first turn for Guard and Eldar. Bit of shuffling on the vehicles, as you can see, mostly moving up very cautiously so as not to be in range of the beasts or the hounds.
Only movement to go for guard was just backing up a little bit here again to get rid of the hound, get away from the hounds.
Yeah, Eldar was shuffling slightly forward, moving a bit onto the flank, but nothing serious so far.
And I'm playing standard guard, so I don't move unless I absolutely have to.
So, onto the actual damage parts here. The infiltrating unit that was here took 2 wounds from this Wave Serpent. Didn't get pinned, but broke and fell back, so pushed him a little bit further back.
Over here, the Basilisk fired at the hounds over there, managed to instant kill 2 of them.
Yep.
Scored 4 wounds, but 2 made their saves because of stealth from the night fighting. That's
Yep.
it.
Snap shooting tank didn't do anything. This one missed.
It completely missed, yes.
Yes. Over here, las cannon.
Oh yeah, it fired down the road and managed to take a hull point off of the Land Raider.
Yep. So, hey, did something. You've got your Punisher next.
Exterminator, whatever, fired down at the hounds, managed to kill 1 more with 2 wounds.
Yep. Both Wave Serpents opened fire in what was the Landspeeder Storm here. First one dropped the storm, killed 1 guy from the explosion. Second one killed another guy with scatter laser and shield, opening fire into it. But that did score us first blood for dropping the storm.
The Manticore only managed to fire 1 missile, but it managed to instant kill 2 Beasts of Nurgle and blow the autocannon off of this guy and blow the mouth flamer thing off of this guy and strip the hull point off each. So a good hit there, even though it was only 1 missile.
Quite impressive.
Plasma here shot at the scouts, but they made their cover save, so that didn't do anything.
And the Falcon turbo boosted to get into a better position for later with Fugan and his posse. That was the end of our turn 1, so...
See you at the end of Space Marine Demon Death Watch.
Okay, so it is the end of Demons and Space Marines, aka Raptors. Turn 1, we had the initiative stone on us, so it was a little bit rough, but yeah, here we go. So, over here, ended up moving and running him up. What do we roll, Aaron, for this guy?
1.
So we went a little bit further.
4 inches.
He's got that book thing, so he's got like a 3+ invuln save right now, which is pretty sweet. The spawn went up here. They're just kind of lurking near the objective. This guy here went up 6, just enough to stay within 6 of Bellicor for obvious reasons. My Vindy moved onto the objective there, just be safe because then I would shoot at. I rearranged the guys in the building a little bit, but not much. Papa Nurgle moved within a certain distance for Cursed Earth, right? And the Land Raider went up 6 and then did its thing, but kind of whiffed, so that wasn't good. These cats over here, I think they did a hull point to you maybe or something?
No, you
yeah, I whiffed too, eh? Made him jinx. That was
you
good.
hit, you just didn't get through the armor.
Yeah. So we didn't really do much. The main thing that we did was an assault. The Scouty Scouts rolled a 9 for their charge and actually managed to wreck that motherfucker. So I'm gonna pull these now, so he's wrecked. Oh, we forgot to put a hat on it. We're gonna do it. We're doing it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live. There we go. So that's wrecked. They bailed out. Scouty Scouts are gonna do their thing. So not a lot of killing, but at least, you know, their turn 1 wasn't too rough on us, and we're getting reserves next go around. So we'll see you at the end of Eldar and Imperial Guard turn 2.
Hey guys, we're here at the bottom of turn 2 for, I guess we're going with Astrodar?
Astrodar? Militarium?
Whatever. Anywho, so pretty eventful. Not too disappointed with this. We've had both bike squads and the multi-laser sentinels, you said?
Yes.
Come in.
So multi-laser sentinels managed to outflank back there in hopefully a position of safety.
Yep. The bikes just turbo boosted into the current positions you see them in. Other than that movement, Wave Serpent came up, disgorged the fire dragons. And over on that side, Fugan and his posse got out and ended up battle focusing to where you see them after doing their shenanigans.
I moved 1 whole model this turn. I got a Psyker out over here.
Other than the outflankers.
Oh, other than, yeah.
So other than that, Psychic phase, as you can see with Fugan and his group there, they have Conceal and Empower right now, so +1 Strength and Shroud. Other than that, pretty uneventful.
I threw 5 dice to try to cast Mental Fortitude to get these guys up since they were pinned.
You got
it?
Then
I got it on 1 die on 5, 1 successful.
I'm a very powerful wizard.
And then Crabblesworth managed to get double 6s for Deny the Witch.
Fuck
so
you.
that
It was pretty much that. Grand old up yours.
the gods have spoken.
Yep. Other than that, there was a Land Raider here. Fire Dragons turned it into Slag. Both Wave Serpents opened fire. Only the front one fired its shield. We got 2 wounds on, what's his name there?
Dinosaur.
Lias Isodon.
Lias Isodon.
Dinosaur.
And your las cannon polished off a guy from the
Yes, from
team
the
here.
Lehman Russ exterminated.
Buddy
And then he
Rand
fell
is
back
next
to
over
here.
Yep.
This last cannon did nothing. They did nothing. The Manticore fired over here. Tried to take some stuff out, and it scattered. It only ended up hitting the Defiler thing. Demon.
Soul Grinder.
And double dice for
Armor Pen.
and I still managed to not penetrate it.
Yep.
Over here, I managed to kill 3 whole scouts by shooting like this entire group of infantry and vehicles at it. And the Basilisk took out 3 hounds. There's 1 Chaos Hound left, or Corn Hound, or
Cornblood.
thing.
Blood
Dog. Giant dog.
Thank you. Other big thing there, Fugan opened fire on what was a Soul Grinder here. Landed 1 hit. It had a 3-up invul save. Sadly got a 1. Fugan got a penetrating and rolled a 5 afterwards, turning it into a crater, which no longer exists in this edition, so yay.
And the Sentinels shot at
Bellicor.
Fuckface McGee, Bellicor, and managed to inflict 1 wound because he jinked for a 2+ because of shrouding and, you know, all that stuff. Because FMCs are cheese and stuff and suck.
So, that was pretty much our turn. I guess
See you at the end of
Demon Raptors.
Demon Marines turn
2.
Alright, so it's the end of Demons and Deathwatch, aka Raptors, turn 2. Reserves came in, starting over here. I've got some Legion of the Damned that came in there. Unfortunately, some overheats while shooting at him. Resulted in me losing my plasma gunners, so that's unfortunate. I also got my other Legion of the Damned squad all the way over there, who came down off of Elias Isodon's locator beacon. And they, as well as that unit helps contribute to destroy the tank. Fortunately, though, I didn't actually get into combat with that unit of fire dudes. So what are they called there?
Fire Dragon.
Fire Dragon, so that's going to be a bit of a rough awakening. As we move down, over here, Aaron got a charge off with his lone Fleshhound, and what did we do?
Yeah. Nothing.
But we could have done something.
He hit once.
That's what matters. Over yonder here, the Spawn got a charge off there and did a hull point, I think?
Yeah, 1 hull point on the Falcon. We shot it with the Vindicator and the Soul Grinder, and that did nothing.
You made a
G
save.
We summoned up Second Herald, which didn't come up with possession yet, so we're going to keep trying. And Be'lakor wiped out a squad of Sentinels.
Oh yeah, there's a squad of 3 Sentinels there, then Be'lakor'd them, so that was good. Our position's interesting. There's a lot of mobility here, a lot of numbers here. We haven't been doing much killing, but we're optimistic. We'll see you at the end of the losers, guys. They're Eldar and Imperial Guard turn 3.
It's now the end of Astrodar, whatever alliance, turn 3.
Turn 3.
And things are starting to look a little grim. We'll start over there, I guess, with you.
Sure. Fugan and his posse there finished off the Beasts of Nurgle with a bunch of shooting. So one of the beasts went down to the shooting, and then the other one, well, got mulched by Witchblades. Because Fleshbane doesn't care about your toughness. Other than that,
My guys back there tried to contribute to the... I think I contributed 1 wound with a bunch of plasma over there. If you go back here, the Lehman Russ fired down the road and did nothing. And the Manticore managed to immobilize
The Vindicator?
The Vindicator thing.
That-
Cannon.
Basilisk got stunned it.
Oh yeah, the Basilisk stunned it first.
Yeah. Let's see here. Bikes just moved into position. Over here, there was a unit of Legion of the Damned. Is that what they are?
Yeah.
They got finished off by the 2 Wave Serpents, neither of which fired shields, so they're still up and running full capacity.
Over here, I tried to use Psychic Shriek on the Chaos Hound, but I don't know. I play Tau normally, and I don't understand Psychic powers yet, so the dice don't roll in my favor. So I just killed him with lasguns. And then the Sentinels moved, and I didn't realize that in 7th edition, walkers can't turn in the shooting phase.
Those outflanked, correct?
Yes, they came in from reserve and outflank, so they just ran up to sit in this building to get cover.
Fire Dragons moved in as close as they could to the Honor Guard squad, ended up polishing off the banner and one other guy. So the Honor Guard squad is looking a lot smaller. Legion of the Damned are still there though, so can't do anything about that. And back here, the Hawks came in, dropped their blast on the Plague Bearers, did 2 wounds. No, 3 wounds. 3 wounds from the blast.
Yeah.
And then the shooting did a point to the Herald there, and then they buggered off that way. Amusingly, the Sun Rifle blinded them, so if they do come after me, they're weapon skill 1, so I'll probably live. Other than that, though,
We'll hope.
that's about it.
So we will see you at the end of
Chaos.
Deathwatch, Chaos, Demon, Raptors, turn 3.
So it is the end of Demons and Space Marines turn 3. Do you have any reserves that came in?
Turn 3, no. But
You summoned something, or no, you tried to summon something.
we had an epic Psyker battle of trying to get invisibility off on Be'lakor so he
He's right
could
here.
charge Fugan with the Soul Grinder's help, and with the invisibility would have probably been the deciding factor. He unfortunately rolled Snake Eyes for his charge, and the Soul Grinder ended up doing alright, but next turn is not going to go well with Fugan being jacked up by +2 strength and +2 attacks. We were also not really successful with the Great Unclean One assaulting the bird guys.
They made their hit and run.
They made a hit and run, which is 3d6, which is awful for us.
My
And
Vindicator didn't do much because it kind of snapped.
it's
back.
immobilized, right?
And stunned.
Stunned.
We did kill some sentinels.
Yes, charged them, fucked them up. Also killed all of Kane's fire dragons, so that was helpful.
And we did do two wounds to Fugan and killed one warlock, which is, I guess, a small victory, which is really not a victory.
You didn't kill the warlock and
No,
you killed him from shooting.
We're very close to our resounding victory, so I guess we'll see you at the end of Eldar and Imperial Guard turn 4.
So we're at the end of
Eldar and
Oh, yeah.
Guard Alliance.
turn 4.
It's hot. Okay.
So anyway, for movements, okay, just starting over here, I didn't do very much. These guys moved up, and then Yarick and his Chimera moved up from the other side, and they happened to get within like 11.5 inches, so that Yarick could order them to ignore cover, and the 3 multi-shots could take out the Honor Guard and all that. They did originally lose 2 to Psychic Shriek, though, I forgot about that, from over here. So a lot of ignores cover stuff, so they didn't care about the Shroud.
Basilisk shot and missed.
Basilisk missed completely, hit the Ruin, Manticore fired the last rocket, and finished off the Vindicator.
Yep.
They moved 12, so they couldn't do anything. The Lehman Russ moved over there, took some pot shots at Bellicor, but he passed all of his 2+ Jinx saves because he's, a piece of crap.
Basically, a lot of shit went in Bellicor. Wave Serpent, Bikes, Falcon, because I had nothing better to do, and did nothing to him, so his jinking. They shut down Renewers, so Fugan's still only on 1 wound. He's still beefed up though, and he has Hammer Hands off right now, so he is Strength 9, which is rather terrifying.
And he inflicted 3 glances and a pen on the Soul Grinder, but he managed to make 3 out of 4 5+ Invuln saves.
Yeah.
So the Soul Grinder only lost 1 hull point.
Yeah. And the Hawks that were here, since they had passed their check and had just done a hit and run, buggered back off into the sky, because there's no way in hell they're picking another fight with a Great Unclean One. So right now, we've got First Blood and 1 Warlord, although I have a feeling they probably are going to get Fugan, unless I get...
Fuego!
Okay.
Fuego!
And Fuego. Other than that, though, not doing too badly here. Got most objectives capped that we need. So we'll see you guys at the end of Demon Marine turn 4.
So, it's the end of Demons and Deathwatch turn 4. Things went a little bit better. Why don't we start over here with the new arrivals?
We summoned out a 5-man Fleshhound squad, a 3rd Herald of Nurgle with Cursed Earth. They all have Cursed Earth now. We had an epic, finalized an epic battle between the Soul Grinder and Fugan. Fugan died to Bellicor, but a Warlock finished off the Soul Grinder. Very good day for the Warlock squad and Fugan for sure. Bellicor's now hunting down other stuff. We've got, what have we got over here?
My triumphant
Wave Serpent kill.
dudes. They shot, did 2 hull points, charged, did a 3rd hull point, and Rector. That's the only unit I have left on the board, so I'm really pulling my weight this game.
You have another one.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Those guys came out of the building and ran, heading towards that objective.
And these Plague Bearers glanced the...
Because we know those sky leaping motherfuckers are coming back. Falcon dudes.
The Hawks.
The Hawks. So things are looking interesting. We have no idea what the game's going to end because we're at game length. But we will see you at the end of Eldar and these guys turn 5.
Hello and welcome to the end of Eldar and Imperial Guard turn 5. I'm really bad at this.
So to start us off on the top, Swooping Hawks came down here, took a bunch of shots at these cats, did nothing whatsoever, and then managed to fleet within 6 for the line breaker, 12 for the line breaker, so not complaining too much. Bikes ended up over here and turbo boosted way over just in case there's an extra turn and things go weird. Have to apply some.
So moving over, there were 6 Legion of the Damned here, but I moved up 3 full veteran squads and 5 Dire Avengers, and the 2 bikes were here, and we had some Chimeras giving fire support, so there was a lot of dice thrown and they're not there anymore.
The Salvation Army helped.
A little bit.
More or less.
Commissar Yarrick did try to issue First rank fire, second rank fire, and failed on a 12, so he got incompetent command. So Yark will have to execute himself.
Anyway, these guys just ran back to help contest that or hold that objective. And pretty much everything else unloaded into Bellicor, did jack shit. So they're they're holding the objective as best they can with 3 objective secure units. Beyond that, Psychic Phase was pretty uneventful, so...
Yeah, like Shrieks failed.
They made all the saves, so...
Yeah. And the Basilisk took a shot and managed to kill 4 of the 5 Space Marines in this squad. They went to ground, so they're pinned. And the most important unit of the match so far, the Manticore that's now out of missiles, drove up the road.
So we'll see you guys at the end of, and possibly last turn, of Chaos Marine turn 5.
So, the top of turn 5 with our...
Bottom of turn 5.
Bottom of turn 5, yes. With our ton of models on the table. Bellicor, who has been pretty much the only thing killing anything now since like turn fucking 4, killed another bike squad.
In combat.
In combat. Took a wound though from shooting. Overwatch. We needed a 4 here with this Plague Bearer plus 2 Herald squad. 1 Herald died to the Warp Storm, and the squad needed a 4 and got a 3.
So no
charge on the Wave Serpent. We tried to spawn 2 units, they both failed. We tried to spawn another Herald, it failed. And we moved around and...
Very important. My guy there who was pinned, snap fired
And
at
missed.
those guys and did nothing.
Yeah.
That's right. You should know that. The internet needs to know that.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get anything out of that lone Marine that was left. We were trying though. He was trying. The effort was there.
The funny thing is we went to roll to see at the end of the game and we were getting on turn 6, so I guess...
Took a wound off Yark.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Oh, and the Warp Storm did a wound to Yark. So that was... We made us quite happy.
Is
Warp Storm only needs to do 2 more and...
Is there anything else? I guess these guys ran.
He comes back on a 3+, by the way.
Oh, wonderful.
So I guess we'll see you at the end of Eldar and Guard turn 6.
Is the end of Town Imperial...
Eldar and Imperial Guard.
You say Tau one fucking more time!
The end of Imperial Guard and Eldar turn 6.
Yes.
So, starting off, I positioned my tanks over there to shoot Bellicor, and they shot Bellicor, and Bellicor died.
No!
So that is much glory and honor for the Imperial Guard.
Key.
And then I had some infantry move around here to get closer to objectives and all that.
Pretty much. Over there, the Hawks and the Bikes polished off the last Marine, tabling Crabblesworth.
No!
Also, they're making sure that we have line breaker. So other than that, did some repositioning.
Basilisk tried to kill these
Plague Bearers.
STDs, and he missed, but he ended up killing 3 of the Hounds anyway, instant killing them, so 2 wounds don't care.
So that's the end of our turn 6. On to Chaos Demons and Raptor Marines turn 6, and possibly the end.
So it's the end of the game. Ended on turn 6. Aaron, you can take over.
So we put all of our Psychic Dice into summoning a 10-man squad of Demonettes, so we could run onto the objective.
Crabby
and
bitches. Crabby bitches.
Cancel that out. That didn't really change the fact that we still lost, but we made it a little closer, which is a world victory. It's 9-7. And as you can see, it's Great Unclean one and a bunch of shitties left. 2 units of Plague Bearers with some Heralds in them.
Special notice for Eric's exceptional use
Line
of
breaker.
line breaker.
There's quite a few line breaker
I
models.
forgot about the double line breaker.
Well, they're touching the line, so we're actually calling it Line Groper.
Line breaker.
Hey, look, we left the battlefield.
Anything else we need to?
That's basically it. So I mean, it was a well-fought game.
Really good game.
Interesting going.
Got a lot closer the longer the game went, and unfortunately early on they kind of got our numbers.
Good playing all around.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're back with our MVPs and shit. So post-game show, we're gonna do our epic fails and our whatever the other one is. MVP.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do orally because we love making that joke and we're lazy. So starting with Kane, MVP and epic fail.
MVP, I guess, would actually be El Fuego there. Fugan and his Warlock team, simply for the fact that over the course of the game they dropped 2 Soul Grinders and finished off the Beasts of Nurgle in combat there, and sucked up a lot of fire and fear. So the epic fail would be the Falcon that they transported in, flew around. Don't think it did any damage to anything.
Now that Falcon is not a wave serpent, correct?
Correct.
That's what's wrong with it.
Exactly.
Should've been
But
Wave Serpent.
then again, you can't get a Wave Serpent for Warlocks or Fugan. So
That should
For some reason.
Carl, what's your MVP and the other one?
My MVP would probably be the Basilisk, which is odd because I normally don't like Basilisk, not since 3rd ed at least. It's when it hit or when it scattered into another unit. So I don't know, it just seemed to really work.
Yeah, I think it only missed the 1 round.
What was your epic fail,
I had horrible luck with Barrage in the past. Epic fail would probably be my autocannon Sentinels, who outflanked on my side. I forgot that you can't turn to face in the shooting phase in 7th edition, or I didn't know that, I don't know, because you couldn't 6th.
What did you learn?
And then they got assaulted, they didn't hit at all in Overwatch, and then they all exploded. So yeah.
Aaron, MVP and epic fail.
MVP, even though Be'lakor had a good game, would probably be Soul Grinder 2. He had some epic invul save rolls.
So with the sword,
He's
right?
like an extra
Yeah,
for a movie.
the one with the sword.
Soul Grinder 2.
Soul Grinder 2, yeah. He essentially tanked a bunch of Warlocks and Fugan. Even though he died, he did his job well, and he supported them enough for Be'lakor to finish them off. Epic fail, probably Soul Grinder 1. He just fell over instantly and didn't do anything that entire entire game, and mostly because 2 weapon destroys are weapon destroyed and then just dead.
Fugan.
Yeah, and then Fugan, yeah. Pretty much ended his day pretty quick, so.
Yeah. Crabblesworth, what was your MVP and fail? Well, thank you, Crabblesworth. I'm going to go with epic fail being the Land Raider. I mean, I've got 12 inches to show for that, and it's not the size of my dick.
And it missed both shots.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a constant reminder of why I don't take it.
Well, he never fired the heavy bolter, to be fair.
Well,
No,
okay.
he fired 2 twin leg
Because
shots.
it couldn't hit, or it couldn't hurt.
MVP. I guess that one squad of Leisure of the Damned, because it like killed 2 units, I guess, before it died.
The one over there? Yeah, it
Yeah,
dropped 2
the
wave
wave
serpents.
serpents.
No,
Yeah,
it
Wave Serpents, and it
Yeah.
killed the other squad there too. So
And we sent half
the
of our
fusion guys.
half of our
Yeah.
armies after
The
it, you know,
fire
to
dragons.
After
Yeah.
that to kill it.
Yeah. I do think that the honor guard should take partial fail credit, just because they also failed, but we'll leave it at that.
Oh, the
Very.
Indicator also
Oh,
failed.
yeah, too, yeah.
Oh yeah, did it never fire a
No,
shot?
it did.
It fired a shot,
It
but
hit-
scattered it around.
It hit a beast of Nurgle.
That's right.
Forgot about that one.
It was a good game. I wanted to keep the video short, so everyone gets 30 seconds to a minute just to say their thoughts on the game and or 7th, starting with Eric.
I enjoyed the game. It was, one of our closer ones, back and forth.
Nice.
Tested out a lot of stuff that I almost never play with. Hawks were actually entertaining. Fugan was, wow.
Not bad.
He's out of the Phoenix Lords, he's definitely one of the better ones. Not normal for a regular game, but still decent.
Carl.
When I don't roll like absolute crap, Guard are pretty good on the defensive. I got initiated into that one, and I'm glad that even though that they had about 380 points more than us because of summoning demons, we still managed to win.
You gonna be okay?
No,
Was
I'm
it
not.
300?
I'm going home.
380.
380, yeah.
Aaron, what are your thoughts on the game?
A good game. It started out really rough. We were really far behind. We caught up a lot more than I thought we would by the end of the game. It was nice to see, like I said, a lot of us are trying models we don't usually use.
Yeah.
Nice to see try Be'lakor in 7th. I didn't play him since 6th, so he's still really good. He was solid. He did a lot of work. He got a lot done.
His sister's married to Lorenzo Lopez.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Oh, and the Soul Grinders were okay, but
This was an interesting game.
To be
because-
fair, they
did see
matched
Fugan
up.
coming, and Fugan kind of showed them what for. So
He
And the
did.
last one was killed by a warlock.
that's true.
But 2 interesting
Last
things
haul.
happened though. We rolled for deployment, and again we got the short table edges, so that was interesting.
Yeah.
And then got the initiative stolen on us, which the amount of I've been stealing the initiative, that was just karma. So
So really, it's all your fault.
it's all my fault, man. I've been stealing that shit like a bitch. I don't know. It was a really good game. I felt engaged. I like objectives because as long as there's not a really big alpha strike, it feels back and forth.
It beats the secondary scoring too.
Yeah, 'cause it just, very easily we could think and go, oh, causality-wise, what's going to happen here, and look at the game and know what's going to happen. So, love that. I can't really think of anything else to say.
We're talking about the vehicles being
Oh yeah,
secured, kind of.
I still don't like transports with objective secured. It's still kind of a bit silly.
Didn't come into play in this game.
Not too
but
Did kind of. I used
Sorta,
mine
yeah.
to sit there and
Sorta.
reinforce on the odd chance that they did wipe out.
You still had the Direwin.
Raptors, I guess. But
If they wiped out the dire event.
I think
so
that's the
tank
thing
was
too.
still
Is
there.
we have to
It's,
make.
it's the threat that you have to acknowledge too. Like, I mean, the whole game we were kind of like, we have to kill way serpents because they
you
score.
got that mobility end game.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
But we pulled it off somewhat. It was 7-12, but whatever.
9-7.
9-7.
9-7. Sorry, 7-12. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Anyone else anything to say? No.
No, I think we're good.
Have a good
El
time.
fuego!
El fuego!